Hi peeps, welcome to another Wayward Wednesday. Today, I'll share with you some of the main bookish differences between Canada and Brazil. Stay tuned. Hello again.
Hello.
Good morning. Today is kind of hellish of a day. We got a heat warning and it's supposed to hit 41 degrees Celsius, and that's with humidity. Yes, so hopefully I'll be able to make a very short video today. It's something that I've been thinking about for a while, especially, I'm not sure if all of you guys know, but when I was undergoing cancer treatment, I chose to receive my treatment in Brazil. So I was there for 9 months. And one of the things out of all the reverse culture shock, because I've been in Canada for so long, that I experienced, the main one had to do with books. First of all, I really miss the books that I left at home, but I couldn't carry them all. That was before I discovered Kindle. And needless to say, I'm actually building up my Kindle library now in case that ever happens, because, yay, I'm almost 2 years into, my remission, but you never know, right? So I'm building my virtual collection just in case. I really experienced withdrawal for some of the bookish things that I can find here in Canada. And if you missed my Monday video, I'm trying to do this video outside. I'll try to edit out so the summer noises are not too bad. If it starts to bother you, just let me know and I'll go inside. But I'm really liking this setup. Without much ado, because I'm hoping this will be a short video for your sake, let's get started, shall we? I'll start with the first thing that is the only thing that has nothing to do with leisure, and that is the books and papers that you need for university and college. I went to college here in Canada, and I have a psychology university degree from Brazil. So the main difference for me was the books that you need for your courses. In Brazil, some of the most high-rated universities are free. They are federal universities. You have to take an admission test, and either you pass or not, because spots are limited. I went to one of those federal universities. A lot of people, and I think that's a great thing, are people that don't have a lot of financial resources, and unfortunately membership and grants is not really a thing. So books are really expensive, and some of the times people won't keep the books they need for their courses, so they're just left with that. And in Brazil there is no reselling, really. That's a new thing. And okay, so what teachers do is every time they have a lesson or things like that, they will get photocopies of that chapter so people can study from it. And each department has almost like its own little room where you can go and say, oh, I need lesson 5 from Professor X. And then they just photocopy and...
Professor X? From X-Men?
Maybe. I'm not telling you what university I went to. But I know, just they have an academy. Right?
X-Men Academy.
But anyway, I'll forgive you. But anyway, long story short, you are able to photocopy that, which is a lower cost. You keep it, and then you can either pass it on to the next group more easily or not. And university's photocopying is really cheap. It's like, it used to be anyway, 2 cents a page or something.
Yeah, that was probably back in 1900s.
Hundreds?
When you were born.
I know, right?
Oh,
I age well.
Get wrecked. Say get wrecked if you think I roasted her.
But anyway, and another big thing is university libraries are huge. In here, they are really big too. But the one thing that I love the most, and again, is for that inclusivity aspect. And that's I can only speak for the university I went to. We have sometimes, it's huge. Every book you can imagine for the research, you find it there.
So guys, a few weeks ago, I was playing Battle Cats. I got my first uber super rare Nobeluga. And then I evolved him into Nobleland Pasolin. So yeah, that was a pretty great moment for me. He's absolutely a tank.
Thanks for sharing that. And anyway, so universities are huge. Every course book is available there too. And they have at least 2 copies, if not more, of all the books. And the thing is, you can take some books home, but 1 copy of each book has to stay in the library. So at any given time, someone can go in there and use that as a resource. So I really appreciated that. In Canada, because if you do have to buy the books for your course, the only difference here is that you can rent books, which is not a thing in Brazil. And you can definitely sell it afterwards. It's like buying used and reselling is a huge thing, especially when it comes down to higher education resources. And another really thing here is, even though the library for the college that I went in was like, I'm not even gonna go there because I work for that college now. But the library wasn't that good. What they did have was an amazing online resource of research papers. So I still have access to that. So yay! I'm really happy about that. Now, since I was talking about, university and college, libraries, let's talk about libraries, shall we? Because that's the one thing that I miss the most when I was in Brazil. In here, our library is amazing. They have so many good programs, but not only that, there are a lot of books. You can do a lot of things with them. We can access some of their catalogs on Libby. You can go and rent books for up to 3 weeks. And basically, even every new release, you can find a lot of good books for fun in the library here. I'm really happy with our local library. In Brazil, at least in my town, maybe it's different in higher populated areas like Rio or São Paulo, but where I'm from, like, the libraries were not that good. They were more older books that you can read at the library, but there's not as many new releases, and that upset me more than anything, because what about people that can't afford to buy books? How do they read for fun? You know what I mean? And when I was in Brazil, I couldn't buy tons of books because how would I bring them back home here with me? I didn't want to waste. And besides, when you buy a book, it's painful to let it go and get rid of it. So I didn't want to have to break my heart on top of break my heart over leaving everyone when I came back home, right? So I was really disappointed in that. Libraries are a huge difference. But why are libraries a huge difference, you ask? Well, because in Brazil, there's this culture of buying books and keeping them forever. Or anyway, but what libraries are to Canada, bookstores are to Brazil. The bookstores there are beautiful. They are huge. You can go and read, as you can hear, but they offer everything, and most of them, even if they are in malls, they are multi-level. And
Multi-level marketing.
and TMLM here. No, but they are even multi-level. Most of them will even have like gourmet cafes or, mini restaurants. It's a real experience. And on top of that, books, especially new releases, most of them are beautiful. You can guaranteed find special editions for most of the new releases, especially if they're hyped up. And here in Canada, you can rarely find, I will be honest, I have never seen a special edition of anything. And I look. Usually when there's like a special edition that I really want, I end up importing from the UK. But that's something I really don't like about here. But in Brazil, it's like, Chef Kiss. Books are beautiful, and new releases usually even come with like a customized bookmark that matches that book. And one of the examples I can think of, which is a book that I have bought, sent to my mom's house because they don't mail it here, and I'm expecting it. And when I get that, I plan on making like this video about different covers.
Edit this part out. You can't tell them what your next video is going to be.
That's okay, hon.
No, it's not. I'm a pro at this type of thing. I know you can't do that.
Like, I'm planning on making a video about different covers, so I'm just waiting to receive these books, but I'll just put it out here. Let me go to the middle. This is the Canadian cover of the Chalkman. This is the Brazilian edition. Actually, for the Brazilian edition, I might even do a video right here so you can see. See what I'm saying? That's not a fluke. A lot of books are beautiful like that. So that's the one thing that I wish Canada had more. And on top of things, in Brazil, there's this huge everything writing paper and pen culture. So we have dedicated stores for paper things. We call it papelaria. And so you can go and you can find all the beautiful pens and markers and bookmarks and papers and everything you want to be crafty. And they are usually huge stores as well. And that's something that you don't really find here. Which makes me think, like, to bet I've been trying to convince Luke to move to England because, one, I really love England. I'm in, you know, what is the word? I'm an Anglophile.
What?
That means someone who loves everything England. I think. Comment down below if I'm wrong.
You said pedophile.
No, I said Anglophile. Phile means lover. Anglo means England.
Oh, that makes it even worse. That means you're a child lover.
Exactly.
It makes it sound creepy.
It does, doesn't it? They are creepy. That's the one place where I can find beautiful bookstores, beautiful places that sell like paper things, stationery. That's what I'm looking for. That sells stationery things, and they have like delicious gourmet cafes. And I don't know. I just want to move to England. What do you think,
like
Jessie?
Gourmet Gordon Ramsay.
Would you move to England?
Maybe. Is this a trap?
No, it's not a trap. Like, if Dad wanted to move to England, would you be happy?
No.
Why?
I'll not have to leave all my friends.
That is the hardest part.
Which I already left due to COVID.
But anyway, I digress. So those are some of the main differences. I only have 2 more topics, and one of them is subscription boxes. In Canada, the few subscription boxes that are local, their book selection sucks.
Jeez, Mom, why don't you come
And they're
down?
expensive, like 90 Canadian dollars or 60 Canadian dollars per month. No, thank you. And the things that are in a box are not even good.
Jeez, why don't you take it down a notch?
But it's true.
Oh.
Like, the United States has some pretty good, amazing boxes, as do England. But shipping to Canada is like, it costs more than a box, so it's not really feasible. So I'm really upset about that. In Brazil, you have so many subscription boxes for every genre you can imagine. And they are very reasonably priced. So that's another thing that, believe it or not, I thought would be better in Canada, but it isn't. The subscription boxes in Brazil are amazing. And there's even one of them that is a blend between Book of the Month that they have in the United States and ARC, which is my next point. Because they send books to the subscribers 2 months before the release date, so they can build up the hype. I mean, the difference is subscribers cannot choose the books, but as far as I know, unless you're a big blogger or YouTube reviewer, you don't really get ARC arcs. Arcs are not really a thing in there for the normal people like me, for example. I use NetGalley and I've been able to read so many amazing books, even though up to this day, every rejection I take personally. It sucks my soul up and I get like, but for the good books I get, it's completely worth it. And I'm like a Joanne, no one. No, I'm a nobody. Yes.
How do you screen record? Because I just want to like put this in the corner. Like I want to show what I'm doing in the corner.
Okay, I'll show you in a bit, okay? Then nobody like me can get some arcs. E-arcs, mind you. I'm still dreaming of the day where, publishers will just send me like physical copies because I still love them. Fun fact, even for most of the books I have on my e-library, my Kindle, I also have like on my physical books because that's how I roll, I guess. But anyway, this is a great segue to my last point. Kindle.
Segway Steve from Happy Wheels. Who's the Happy Wheels King? Type it in chat. Type it in chat. You guys already know who I'm talking about.
Can you ask that on the screen?
Who's the Happy Wheels King? You guys know it. You know it. I'll give you a hint. Billy, Bobby, Segway Steve.
Who's that?
They're characters in Happy Wheels, Mom.
Oh.
Get a life.
I have a life. I have books.
Okay, and also Happy Wheels. Okay, now you have to know who I'm talking about.
Not sponsored. But anyway, this leads me to my last main difference. Back, I would say, even when I was there last time in 2019 for 9 months, Kindle was just starting, but since then it has exploded. Do people still buy their favorite books because they're beautiful for their shelves? Yes. Is bookstores a big part of the culture and will always be, and is a place where bookstagrammers go to take pictures because they are just that gorgeous? Yes. But Kindle...
Why are you just answering your own questions?
I don't know. Is it because I'm lame?
Yes. You just got roasted.
I did.
You shouldn't have asked. Wait a second. Okay, keep talking.
Okay, but anyway,
Ooh.
I don't... That's so much part of the Brazilian culture. Books are so much part of the Brazilian culture that I don't think that will ever change. But Kindle has become increasingly popular. Almost everyone that loves books will now have a Kindle. And they are starting to buy more ebooks as well. And here in Canada, I would say that given the choice, people would still prefer to buy physical books. Even people that don't like physical books still don't like Kindles as much. What's bigger here, I would say for those that are not reading physical books, is audiobook. Breeze for the first time, maybe the last one of the day, but anyway. So, here in Canada, I am awkward. What are you talking about, Willis?
Okay, that just proves my point.
I know.
You just said
it was on purpose, because I'm cool like that.
You just said, what are you talking about, Willis?
I don't even know who Willis is. I just heard Luke say that once, and it sounded funny.
Oh, he doesn't say, what are you talking about?
He has. I learned it from your dad, dude.
It's not...
Like, I don't know old...
What are you talking about, Willis?
It's what?
I don't know. It's like, what you mean, Willis? Not what are you talking about, Willis? That's too professional. Most people say, boy, what you talking about?
So here in Canada, most people that will not read, most people that will not read physical books do listen to audiobooks over reading ebooks. So,
I said, this guy doesn't.
No, this guy doesn't. He still reads physical books. This guy doesn't yet.
I used to read.
A lot. He has like 3 medals from school.
Yeah, not to flex.
But flexing, because I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I'm just flexing.
But as I was saying before, I got really sidetracked. Audiobooks are more of a thing here. Ebooks, not so much. And in Brazil, it's the opposite. Ebooks are a huge thing. It's going through a boom right now. And I don't even know if they have many productions of Brazilian ebook, like audiobooks. Even though we have amazing voiceover actors, because a lot of the movies are dubbed for populations that can read with subtitles. So I wonder if it's just a matter of time before it explodes there and the productions are going to be amazing. But who knows? It's just not a thing right now. In a nutshell, this is my short video between the main bookish differences I can think of between where I live in Canada and where I live when I'm in Brazil.
Well, see you guys. Hope you're having an amazing day. And if you are, just remember. And if you aren't, just remember my new book's coming out. You're going to read it. It's going to be out in a month or two or something. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Okay, and the last thing I'll say on that was like amazing. Thank you. And let me know where you live, if any of these things ring true.
She doesn't mean that in a creepy way.
What? Oh, yes, I don't mean that in a creepy way.
Yeah, she doesn't mean like...
No, I don't want to know where you live, please. I'm not going to stalk you. I'm happy where I am. I'm a very nice person. But what I want to know is where you live. How are your bookish access? Let me know if there is anything different from Brazil and Canada, something that is similar to both, or what are the main things that shocked you about these differences.
If you made it this far, let me know who's the Happy Wheels King.
If you made it this far, leave a flag emoji for whatever country you're from.
Oh yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, who's the Happy Wheels King? I asked something else, but I just can't remember, baby. Okay, it really helps out the channel, you know. I heard from a little troll who lives under my house that if you reach 1 billion subscribers, that something will happen. So, if 1 billion people watch this, y'all gotta subscribe, because then something will happen. Maybe COVID will stop. Who knows? And I can say that, YouTube, because you haven't monetized me yet. Peace.
Okay, so...
Boys. Okay, I gotta go.
Okay.
See you guys, I'm making an awkward exit.
Well, whatever he said, it's not like I always forget to say that. But you know the drill. Until next time, be the hummingbird.